we're here streaming an arena game. Um, Again, this is played with the Fan Factions expansion on the base map. No other notable expansions. I've been having a pretty good time this season, other than that I've been doing kind of poorly. We've got architects and engineers, or engineers then architects in the first two seats, then time travelers. Color-wise, like instinctively blue or black seems like the nicest wheel here. Let's see what we got here. I think both architects and time travelers are kind of awkward fits here, actually, given the round 6 towns. Architects like early towns, and time travelers like round 1 towns specifically, so that they get the benefit of saving their towns to round 6 when other people can't score off of them. So the one thing that time travelers have got is this round 4 event. So let's see if it's blue or black. We've got 3 of the scoring pass tiles in, not the ship VP tile. It's temples early. I mean, I'm talking a big game, but it's almost certainly just going to be... Oh. Let's see, who do we really like here? I feel like Darklings are a little boring, but at least they're predictable. There's mermaids as well. Mermaids would be pretty solid here. With no color neighbor, round 6 towns. Yeah, I think I like mermaids. Okay. McStabs, what's up? Goblins? I don't like goblins. I think goblins have kind of an annoying style of play, and I don't really enjoy the X tokens, and like the fact that like temples are already the best building in the game, but goblins, other than having like 1 extra coin to pay for the temples, like get an extra bonus from building them. I just don't think it's very good design, and I don't really enjoy trying to figure out how many resources they have. Like anytime that something like that happens, I feel like it makes the game more like solitaire in a way. Like the time they have to spend computing like what your opponents can do when it's less transparent it increases the amount of time that you have to spend to figure out what they can do or what you can do. And I don't love that. You're still new to the fan factions? Yeah. I also think that blue makes a slightly better color reveal, like just in terms of aesthetics and gameplay compared to black here. Red Ram, Goblin, Non-Believer, definitely, man. I think mermaids are probably the best here right now. You have the Spade event. Mermaids thrive with a round 6 towns, and the mid-round shipping, like no one should be fighting for these blues. So other than like the 6 coins and the ship VP pass tile not being in it, I really like mermaids. Architects being picked into this seat is really interesting. I would not really have even considered that. I think they're arguably the worst faction here, even though I love them. I think it's pretty... So the priest is also missing. So what I'm starting to sense is maybe this is a good game if we're mermaids to take Fire 1, buy the first priest, and send it to Fire. That way we get 5 coin income in round 1, and we set ourselves up very well for these events. And then we use our spade to just build F2, H2. I think architects, we kind of, if we're playing architects, we really want to start with worker power probably, but I don't think that we can get that. So what, do we double temple? No. Can't be double temple. I don't even know where we start as architects, honestly. I think it should go mermaids. This is a tough auction. I don't think it's an easy auction. Like, engineers are incredible value right now because like 2 temples in round 1, like the round 2 spade event, that's all very good for engineers. But I think pretty clearly, I'm pretty clear on what I want to do. I think that this mermaids send priest to fire, temple for fire 1, and build 2 dwellings is a pretty clear game plan for early on. The only real issue is architects, and round 6 town is not ideal either. Yep. Agreed on everything. The one thing that goes wrong for us as mermaids that's not clear in this color wheel is that do we get this, how soon do architects come over here to the west? And I think the answer is they go there fairly soon because you might be able to get a town going on in the east, but architects can often like avoid some of your normal like what I consider the canonical architects game is to like come and do a bridge town among these hexes fairly early in the game. And once someone's on D3 and E3, then like you're off to the races as mermaids. Architects would not do that if they were focused on digging early. Architects are a 9 power faction, so that means that they can double dig in round 1 fairly easily. But with gray in the game, like architects will always start on D4. With gray in the game, only C3 is really available as like a double dig hex. I really hope they don't do that. Like, probably the worst outcome that can happen here is that engineers don't double dig. Architects start on temp ship or something, and then they double dig C3 to start the game. That definitely could happen. But yeah, time travelers. I think time travelers will be pretty good actually. Like better than. They're often like a faction that lacks a little bit in firepower, but I think that they should be pretty strong here because they have good shipping opportunities. Like if they manage to just take fire 1, and like squeeze out anything at all, they're gonna, and like they can just secure any town space. I guess they would need E5. Time travelers in round 6 towns are good. No, they're not that good. However, there is one sandwiched event, and I think that by round 4 they can get good shipping to go. And they should be able to hit that pretty well. They have the option to start with the 2 workers and double temple early. I guess. I wonder if we could see double east time travelers. You think time travelers are the 40 here? I kind of think so too. I mean, I think architects could also be the 40. Like this track is not like incredible for them or anything. The architects are just a good faction, right? Like that's kind of more what it is. Ghostly, what is up? What is up? Time travelers can't double temple. You're right. Yeah, time travelers aren't going to double temple. So they should. If I were time travelers, I would probably be looking at this this worker power. So I could just get down 2 dwellings early. I know it's not the dwelling round, but it is the spade round, and getting down dwellings has never really hurt anyone. All right. I think I might put 1 more on mermaids, and then like, honestly, I'm just ready to let it rip on engineers. I haven't even really thought through their game plan, but I think they're just such a strong faction that open double temples, secure Earth 1, get Earth 2, and then we just let it roll. Yeah, exactly. Brown goes Burr. But I mean, so here's my thing, right? Only mermaids really love round 6 towns here. Here's my thing. Like, time travelers, you can just round 5 town. It should be fine. You get maybe 2 towns worth in round 5, probably. You know, you could start double east, or you could start whatever. If you are architects, you definitely want to score a town in the mid game. And if you're engineers, you might want to score 2 towns in the mid game. So engineers, you're looking for a 3rd town at this point, which is a little rough. The only way engineers ever really go bad is if you start with the G6 mermaids tech. I mean, H4 can also provide a problem, right? Like if you take F4 in round 1, or like take like H5 and then dig away H6 and you start over here. I feel like that's, I think that G6 is actually less problematic than H4. The one thing G6 would make a problem is that, no, because then time travelers still build through these hexes here. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, block switch to NGs. I think that that's probably pretty good. I don't think I'm going to try to screw over engineers directly. I think I'm just going to play E4. G6 breaks the town. I mean, architects don't have to start on D7, do they? They could start G2. That would be... H4 seems weaker. Yeah, I don't love H4 mermaids in most cases anyway, but I see what you're saying. Like, you usually prefer H4 when you can get... when you act before engineers, right? Yeah, I mean, architects will get first dibs on temp ship for sure. I do agree with that too. But we'll see. I mean, I think that block will try to double temple, so my biggest fear is that C3 goes. So maybe my dream about... It does kind of feel like my dream of taking away... of getting everything that I want is in danger. Wow, that's... I think that this is very good news for me, because this kind of means that block is going to play for double dig early. I'm pretty sure, which means that C3 should be safe. Architects are the only red where you don't like G2. I think that this is the perfect... I actually think that this is the perfect color wheel for G2 architects. Because this is guaranteed to be a town, and this is guaranteed to be a town, right? You lose one town over here, but C5, like, engineers can always, like, try to screw you on C5. You know, like, that's always a risk. With Grace, G2 is fine. No, I think that this is very specifically the color wheel, because you squeeze brown by taking F3. You take a contested hex. That also gets you the neighbor, right, that you specifically want. So I think that this is exactly what you want. So the only way that this is not free win, so architects have a chance to secure double spade now, which they definitely could do. They could just like grab E9 or something. If they take C3, then we're boned again. But yeah, let's see, because engineers actually don't guarantee double dig now. Yeah, exactly. I think that G2 is actually like very good here. Like, architects are taking this temp ship, and I definitely fear that they're going to double dig C3 now. If they do that, I'm just going to have to deal, right? I'm just going to upgrade D5 and then absorb all the leech. But maybe they build D7? I feel like they should be building D7. By the way, time travelers... underrated, but they have a pretty decent shot at double dig here. Architects don't want to give it up, so they might just take C3 spitefully, but just letting NGs have D7 doesn't seem amazing either. I don't need C3. I would like C3 though. It makes connecting like a lot cleaner. The ship VP tile's not in the game, so it's annoying if that disappears. I'm totally fine either way. Yeah, I mean, no one should really threaten these hexes over here, right? Like, I'm guaranteed a town through here. And it like, the really bad thing about C3, honestly, is that it disincentivizes architects from building here in the west. So there's multiple... I see multiple problems. I also think that time travelers could want B3 as well. But yeah, this is a long thing. They're clearly deliberating C3, which is a big reason I would probably prefer NGs at this value. Like, this is not good for double temple engineers either. So I feel like, yeah, this is not good. We'll see what happens. This is bad for time travelers too, I just realized. So, okay, double dig is gone. I don't need to worry about... So my original plan was to buy the priest, but I think I can just... There's no rush on anything anymore, right? How fast do I want to get out of this round? Do I want like a 4-action round? Because if I buy the priest, I guarantee myself the longest round. Architects have a very fast round coming. Time travelers have a very fast round coming. They probably occupy like this coins tile and then this tile. And then engineers might have a faster game than me and then take temp ship. So that leaves me with what, like ship VP, or the dwelling VP, the TP VP, and the 2 workers. None of those is very good. Surely engineers were supposed to dig D7 and not lose the game. Engineers might still be able to dig D7 and not lose the game. But also I think that they can make a temple up here. I don't know. Who knows? This is... All I can say is that this is bad for me. I could take E5. Like, that's kind of what I'm thinking about doing. Like, it's not good, is it, to take E5 here? I think that I'm supposed to just upgrade D5, but God, it's... Because if I build E5, then I can upgrade here and give less leech to my enemies, but... Yeah, architects took a two dig hex instead of a free hex, but they might still get that free hex, is the thing. And I'm trying to figure out if I should let them have it or not. Like, if I take the single spade, then architects actually benefit the most. I think I just upgrade for now. I just want to maximize my leech for the moment, and then I'll figure out what to do next. I have at least a 4-action round. I might be taking the priest. Okay, so block takes the spade and takes D7, and this is just... It's just so bizarre what a... I do agree with you, though. Like, architects had a chance to just... They had a chance to take either engineers or me out of the game, and they chose to take me out of the game. Not that I'm completely dead, but anyway, the priest disappeared, so... I think that this actually puts me pretty well in line to grab double dig next round, which I think is pretty good. I'm tempted to take Earth 1 here. I think I should pass first, which means that I got on a coins, like one of these 2 coins tiles, and I should grab double dig as well. Actually, no, I think engineers will probably get double dig. Okay, fine. Take this then. Engineers don't look amazing. Engineers don't look amazing, however, I think that they're probably fine, because they will still get 2 temples and a dwelling. Like, how bad is your game if you get 2 temples and a dwelling? Like, yeah, you don't get the leech from time travelers yet, but they're still going to get their town space, so... Alright, architects... Right, architects are first to pass. Okay, definitely a good thing that I took Fire 1. Architects will have the stuff to double dig next round, but no hex to dig on. I guess it depends on if they build A6 or if they bridge and build C2. They're missing a neighbor if they want the second temple? Yeah, but, I mean, why wouldn't they do it? They can just grab the coins now, right? Like, the only question is, should I grab the coins and block engineers off of them? And the answer is arguably yes. On the other hand, I am pretty close to positioning myself for... Actually, I don't know how fast time travelers pass on me, right? So... Like, engines definitely want these coins. I'm just trying to figure out if it's worth it for me to take them away. Like, what am I passing on to? If I can pass on to temp ship, that's quite good. I can just hard dig C1 or something for my next round. But this is a little tricky. I have a stream that you get to watch. Yeah, it's a good day. These coins don't really do me anything this round. That's the thing, right? They don't actually do me anything right now. All that they would do is block engineers, and arguably I should have blocked engineers, because engineers should have lost the game, right? Architects should have built here, killed engineers, and then gone for C3 or something. Now I'm really, really in trouble, because the big problem isn't even losing C3 so much that architects are now very incentivized to make a town through these 4 hexes, and now they're going to be much, much slower to get to D3 because of that. Alright, let's see what Milton's up to now. You don't like blocking this early, especially blocking an opponent that has a suspect-looking start. I think that engineers looked like they had a suspect-looking start, but is this that bad? They're opening 2 temples. They're going to have 45 points. They have Earth 1. And they don't have a coins problem. And they have like lots of workers. I don't understand how this is bad for engineers. I think it looks awful for time. Honestly, I feel like I'm in the worst spot here, right? Like, I feel like I'm in the worst spot, and I know that I often feel like I'm in the worst spot, but they're going to miss out on digs next round. I mean, I'm not too concerned about that. They have no competition over their hexes, is the important part, right? What did time travelers spend their power on? What happened to... Oh, they put a 5-power priest to... Oh, man. Milton is a hilarious player. I actually think that the priest to Earth is quite good. Time travelers playing culty is a pretty good option for them here, especially because they can afford to send priests off. Like, they can save till round 4 to go shipping. You love Milton? Yeah, Milton's hilarious. Yeah, architects pass. They will have the power to double dig, but again, like, no obvious hexes. Like, they could take C4, I guess. That would be really, really bad for me. And then they could go for, like, a town through here, but I don't really see why that's good for them. And Milton's going to delay his temple. Okay, I mean, this scores a bit more on the track, but bro, you just invested 2 priests to cults and spent all your power. Why are you doing this? Okay, so he's not going to temple, so that means that I was thinking that architects might get crazy and actually double dig C4, but now they can't. They can't double dig C4 because Milton's not going to upgrade this hex. And that means that I am going to get double dig. So then the question is, where do I want to place my digs on? I think the answer is C1 and C4, and then I can get over to A11 as well. So I'll be on... And then I'm in perfect position for building dwellings with no shipping next round. I'll have 2 free blues to build on in round 3. I could just go for points early, but I mean, I guess I could go for points now. It's fine. More economy can't be that bad. Yeah, so I need an explanation on how this is at all bad for engineers. Also, engineers are going to get a spade here, which is... Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay. I should have... 100%... They're going to get a crap tile. Milton just left the spade open. Okay, he does take the spade correctly now, but Jesus, that was insanity. All right, so I think that we're going to start things off probably with a priest to air. That's my prediction here. Or maybe a bridge to b4. We'll see. Okay, priest to earth. Fair enough. I mean, I'm going to take these coins, right? I can't not take these coins. I guess I could have waited and put a priest to a cult, but... I guess the good thing about architects screwing up horribly is that they are forced to come west. Like, they will be forced to come west. They have nowhere to go over here in the east. I guess they could bridge to e8 and try to ship down to g2, but there's no way that they're going to make it there in time. Middletown's going to pass and get onto this this VP tile, which is fun. Hey, how crazy would it be if I... Okay, never mind. If I had passed then to get onto the dwelling VP... If I passed to get onto the dwelling VP tile, is that completely crazy or not? I know I'm on temp ship, but I can just advance ship next round, and then I get on C1, D2, etc. Like, I think that there's a lot of good stuff coming for me if I pass now. I guess architects are never passing, right? But engineers might pass. I don't usually do this type of thing, but... The spade is also not horrible, but I don't need a spade anymore. Like, b5 is the only spot that I still need, so... Oh, you think it is completely crazy? Oh well. I lost a worker, and maybe like a good cult position, but... It's okay. It's okay. Sometimes you gotta do something crazy, right? Just to remind yourself that you're alive. Red hates all anti-economic plays. Well, I mean, I don't have Earth 1, so I need some way to score points as well. Do you think that I should have built out all my dwellings? Like, that's possible too, right? I could have built all my dwellings and sent a priest to a cult. I think I'm fucked. Yeah. If I'm pretty screwed because if I lose out on water 1 here, which I don't really see any reason why I won't lose out on water 1. Like, I would have to sanctuary out of turn to get water 1 now. I wanted to win. I wanted to get this fire cult bonuses, but you can't imagine me losing to architects. Oh, I can easily imagine myself losing to architects. Maybe I won't lose to Miltane, but honestly, Miltane is doing better than you're giving him credit for. That was not a good use of a double spade, but okay. Do you think Milton is better off than architects right now? Fair enough. Why does Milton have Earth 1, Water 1? Why wouldn't he have Earth 1, Water 1? Like, he built a temple and then a sanctuary, and his economy looks okay. I guess the big trouble is that my Time Traveler's game plan involves getting to 3 ship in this round, or at least 2 ship to get B3 and then the rest of these boys up here. Okay, Architects buying the Priest I think is good news for us because I think this might mean that we get C3, C2, D3 this round. Okay, suffice it to say I don't think Miltane's doing the shipping play. Okay, cool. So let's go after Water 1 then, right? Well, or let's lock up this spot. We're never going to win the race to Water 1, so we're going to take this spot. Then we're going to build our dwellings, and then we're going to see if we get Water 1 still. NGs should probably just take F4. They do. Yeah, this engineer's score combined with the fact that they're easily going to get to ship down here for a town. The only thing that they don't have is cult position, but I also don't have cult position, so. They're less bad than you want them to be. Brown is just an incredibly strong power, so, or a strong color on base map. Pretty much any map, honestly. Yeah, I mean, I could sanctuary Water 1 now. I don't know if I need Water 1, honestly, but like taking Water 1 out of turn feels really bad. But like I get 5 more points if I just delay my Water 1, but I also feel like I kind of need it. So what's the alternative? If I take Water 1, that's a 15-point favor, right? But it's really like 10 points because I missed out on this scoring round. So it's like 10 points, and then, or it's like 15 points if I take Water 1 with a Sanctuary right now. Maybe 18 points. If I wait until next round to take Air 1, then Air 1 is 5 points for the Sanctuary, plus probably 3 plus 3 plus 4. It's 15 points. So it's like 18 versus 15 points. Okay, fine. So I think that what we do is we just slow play this, and we try to take we try to get water 1 with a temple. And if we don't get that, then we take air 1 next round. This TP is going to be good for our economy because we're going to be building 3 dwellings. Okay, architects did not block water 1, so we get water 1. Great. I think that's all that we could have asked for. They also they also didn't bridge to D3, which is kind of shocking to me. I guess they're going to bridge with the power action, but yeah, I guess this is a good economic play, so fair enough. Time Travelers, by the way, got on temp ships, so they might be able to beat me to B3. That's actually kind of a problem. So I think Time Travelers have 1 more town coming. They could have 2 towns coming, right? Time Travelers could town through the north and through the south here, but it's not clear to me that that'll actually happen. Should I be stalling for this pass tile? It would require me to buy workers now and make a TP. The alternative is that I just pass on to the coins or the spade. I think that playing for the TP is bad. I think I take this. The cult step gets me a worker. Okay, Milton is not going to contest the north at all. I would love to dig this last priest into fire. Nope, I don't get it. Okay. Let's drop a priest on the... Man, I could grab the coins again. I need a bridge, but no one else should want a bridge for the rest of this game. So Miltane's going to be at 76 points after this round, with 2 towns coming in the town round. I probably don't build Sanctuary here, right? Probably just dig B5 and then make some TPs. I think this is our TP round. And I wish that I had taken the spade now. Okay, I think we either want 2 priests to water or a priest to water and a priest to air. What the heck? I cannot say how much I disagree with that. Okay. Either way, I said that I wanted this priest to water. Here comes air 1, I suspect. Wow, block just goes ahead and makes another town. I assume that this is going to be an 8-point town or a ship town or something. But yeah, I greatly go. It takes another coin town. I so strongly disagree with these plays for engineers. Like, they have a lot of points, but I don't think that this is particularly optimal play for them. How many hexes do I need still? I need 1 dig here, 1 dig here, 1 dig here. I think they're hoping to ship in spade G3. Yeah, but I mean, just take a ship down then? Like, surely that priest is better off as a like, I don't know. I just disagree with a lot of this. There goes the spade. That worked out really nicely for time travelers. Could time travelers, they could take this hex from me, huh? That would be really painful. I guess no one really wants G3 now. Engineers, I don't really know what the hell engineers are doing. They could have just taken G2 and then shipped over here to the west. And then shipped down here, like, but this is... Well, I guess I might as well just secure this then. There's like no downside in securing that now. So my hope is that it goes architects pass, then time travelers pass and take the dwelling VP, and then I should be able to get engineers time tile after that. This is just... They don't even have a bridge, man. I just disagree so thoroughly with what's happening here. I think I'm fine giving some leech to architects right now. I'll sort out my feelings about where to put my cult bump later. Okay. The hope is, yeah, time travelers should still block that pastile. So I should still be able to get on, but I'm going to get on the 2 workers pastile? God. It's not good. I don't think I've played nearly points hungrily enough this game. Alright, given that I'm passing on to this tile, I think that it does make sense for me to build either the stronghold or the sanctuary here. I'm not sure which one it's going to be. I think it should be the sanctuary. The sanctuary is probably needed so I don't have to dig 2 of these hexes anyway. So let's sanctuary. We probably want water 1 this game anyway, so I'm considering, or fire 2 this game, and fire 2 comes with a worker. Well, this all makes me pretty deeply uncomfortable, but that's the play. Okay. So the play now is we hard dig b5, then we ship and try to claim I4 and h5, h4. I also forgot that I also need b3 to connect to avoid going to 5 ship, but okay, so there's fire 2 for time travelers. They probably take the 8-pointer is what I would take. There it is. Good for you, Milton. I feel proud of Milton for this. He's having quite a solid game. That means that a priest to air is probably coming, so I think that I stick my priest to air, and then maybe I get this single spade. That would be pretty nice, because right now I have a decent number of coins and a relative shortage of workers. Architects advance shipping, so they're going to hard dig G1, build G2, and Architects getting to G2 is like the biggest plot twist of this game. That's insanity. By the way, my game was supposed to be one of the highest network games, but that, like, I thought that engineers would have arguably the best network, but they used their spade in hand. Okay, cool. How about that for time travelers? That's a lot of points. And probably they just take the other 8-pointer. Okay. Then they can send Priest off, and time travelers have round 6 temples, so that works out really nicely for them, I think. God, no one's gonna be making towns in this final round, huh? I, God, I fucking hate this game, man. Like, are you fucking kidding me? Yeah, I don't even have the shipping to contest that hex right now. Oh, I don't have Fire 2 yet either. Architects should never want it, but I might as well just dig G1, right? How valuable is connection even? I mean, connection is definitely valuable, but it should not be my priority right now. I need to... Okay, so I'm trying to outlast time travelers. Engineers have 1 action left. I need to outlast maybe both architects and... Maybe architect's pastile is the one that I need to be getting onto. But in any case, I don't want to be passing first here. It doesn't do me any good. I can't even take the coins action. Engineers have 1 action left, but I don't want their pastile, which is problematic. One thing that I can do is I can build the stronghold and then build H4. It gets me a fair number of points, so I'm very much considering doing that. Oh, God. I could pass here, but I don't want to. What happens here? Architects should pass, right? Architects see a pastile, they should pass. And then I should still be able to get on the... And then engineers will... Oh wait, architects will pass, then engineers will pass, and then I'll be screwed. Oh, God. This is really crappy. Things have really not gone our way this game. And a lot of that is our own decisions, but... Trying to count how many hexes, or like what we need for the rest of this game. We could do TP, Stronghold, Dwelling, TP, 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 Dwelling. I don't think we have enough workers for that, so we definitely need Fire too. So it's going to be Fire 2, just take the 11-pointer. Wow, what are architects doing? What is that? They definitely should have passed, right? This just seems like a lot. On the other hand, we need a lot of stuff to still win this game, right? We need... I don't think this game is getting decided by 4 points. But it could get decided by 4 resources for us. One thing that we definitely need is we definitely need this single spade. So let's grab that. And we're going to take G3 because it's going to get us access to these hexes here. Architects should never waste their time with Fire 2 here, so I'm not going to bother with that possibility. This hex connects us, and it opens up 2 other blues. Or, I mean, I still need to advance ship, so it doesn't really open up H4, but this should discourage time travelers from trying to take H4, which I guess they can still double hard dig it, huh? Okay. Architects could Fire 2 block us now. But I think that they put themselves in a lot of trouble by doing that to no advantage other than blocking us, so. Andrews got lucky on that VP tile. I don't think it was just luck. They were on the spade last round. So they didn't have a VP tile last round. I really screwed up, I think, by not taking the spade in an earlier round. I probably have 3 extra coins that I don't need from the cult bump, but anyway, I seem to remember talk that architects were dead, but they're really not. I think I'm dead. Because even if I get 2 towns, like architects will get 1 town, right? Say I get 3 towns, that only puts me even in points with architects. Okay, they just secure some cult positioning. Fine. Time travelers have 0 shipping, so that actually gives them like all the incentive to take H4 right now, I think. I could be mistaken, but how many hexes do we need this game? We need 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm looking at trying to build 4 hexes. That would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I would need 13 workers. 15 workers probably if we include the extra TP, right? Because I would need to build 3 TPs, 4 dwellings, and a temple. That's 8 from the bigger buildings, 4 from these, plus a dig. That's 15 workers. Oh, Milton advanced shipping. Okay. So he's trying to connect. Okay, fine. Let's assume that H4 is ours, and let's just soak up the town while we still can. Engineers are going to try to connect, which they really don't need to do. Unfortunately, I think that my last 2 towns might be like a worker town and a ship town or something. No one else is still fighting for towns, I think. So I'm just going to take any hex that there might be any contest over. Okay, architect's advanced ship to connect. I might need to put this priest to air here, just to lock up air. Time travelers have 3 open hexes left to them. Hopefully that's what they choose to do. I kind of like just locking up my air cult if I can. This probably necessitates, again, like I was saying, a worker town and a ship town or something. But that's fine. We'll figure out the math for that later. Actually, I guess I'm looking at it, and our opponent's networks are really crumbling here, huh? Architects are going to get down to 2 structures. They're going to hard dig TP dwelling. Actually, they are a little short on workers, huh? In order to do that. Oh, 13 network is going to do. I might not need to come down to I-10. Engineers will get down 2 more structures, but that's it. So all we need to do is just make sure that we connect and get our last town. All right, fine. So that's 2 TPs, a dig, and a dwelling. Or 2 TPs, 1 dig, 2 dwellings, but same thing. And Architect's last action is just going to be to advance their shipping. And just have no legal bridge location. They will, right? They're going to build H6 and I9, and then they're going to bridge there. They're all going to tie for third and network, I think. If Miltane just builds these 3 hexes, these 3 free browns. By the way, those hexes are worth... yeah, he's going to build three dwellings and a TP, so that will be a 3 plus 12. They'll be at 138 points, or 34 points when they pass. They're going to tie for network. That's 140 plus 148 plus like 10. That's like 158 for time travelers. Don't really know how we're beating that. All right, so architects will advance their shipping. They'll get 3 points from their stronghold, so that's 7 more points. Then they'll pass for 3, that's 10 more points, 122. Tie for network, 128, so this is 130, 132, plus 6, 138. Engineers have that beat just with their pass. They don't have a lot of cult points to speak of, but oh wait, engineers are going to get to 14. Okay, maybe we should be trying to look for 15 then. They can hard dig here, right? Yeah, they have A12. They can hard dig A12. So that'll be 129, pass, 137, tie for network. $152, $156, $158. It's a possible problem for us. I should have just dug b3 instead of h4. If I had known that I would get h4 anyway. Alright, so I want TP 2 dwellings, right? I think the best thing that I can do is just build d1, TP, build I10. So just take a priest town and a ship town, I think is exactly enough stuff. Because I need, oh, TP and 2 dwellings. So worker town and ship town. That's exactly what I need. I think it's what I've been saying, so. Oh, he's going to be able to build another TP. Wow. He's actually going to be able to dig if he wants. Hopefully he doesn't want to. If I advance my shipping, there's no chance, right? Because I need this priest as a worker. Yeah. Okay. So we'll take our ship town now. Then we'll build I10. We have a decent number of points. A bit, like it looks a little better now. It seems like we're clearly being architects. Engineers are probably the toughest competition, but we should have decent endgame scoring, and at least we're on a scoring pass tile. Let's see how it shakes out. Okay, we should pass entries on the cult, so that's good news. And then time travelers don't have too much on network, so that's might be enough. We'll have 161. Time travelers will have 157. All right. Just escaped. And I guess you were right about architects kind of killing themselves, huh? That was way too close for comfort. Phew. Nice. Yeah, thanks. um, Definitely lucky in a lot of ways, but and this is a 600 plus level player, so I don't know like really how he wound up playing this game, but like this game really fought through. Yeah, I did what I could. It was a grind, and like I had to take a big leech in the final, like in round 5, to make all of this happen. Admittedly, I think that I could have done it with like like a lower VP town compared to the 11 pointer, but I I did what I could. D6 being blocked was unlucky, and you think it was bad for NGs? You think it was bad for NGs that they dug D7? Oh, you're saying D6. You're saying that. So, Red Rim, you're saying that you think that architects should have just started D7? I don't understand what you mean by D6 being blocked. Like, I think that architects are supposed to start D6, right? And they're supposed to start D6, take temp ship, and just build D7. Oh, C5. Yes. C5 was definitely. But honestly, I think engineers are supposed to win this game. Like, they cost themselves 10 points by taking these 2 towns early, and they took 2 crappy coin towns. Like, compared to an average, like, 9-point town, they cost themselves 5 plus 5 plus 4 plus 4. They cost themselves 18 points by taking these 2 coin towns during that round. And yeah, like they managed to score off of building the stronghold, and getting these points off of it, but it was so anti-economic. They're supposed to at least tie me a network, right? So I think engineers are supposed to crush this game. However, if architects just build D7, then I think NGs just immediately lose. Immediately lose the game if they lose D7, or like they're way, way, way further out. Because they had a 1 dig for 1 hex with 0 shipping in round 2, which they shouldn't have had, right? They should have needed to advance their shipping at least to get to E9, F6, and then their shortage of coins might have hurt a little more, or like something. Then they would need to spend 2 spades on G6 later, and then maybe I got I4. So architects really, I think that architects should have been like ahead of engineers. If architects just build D7, then they beat NGs, I think. There's a risk even that architects take E9 if they take D7. Yeah, there is, but I don't think that's. I don't think you have to play against that, because architects would have to bridge to E9 first, right, to make that make any sense. I don't think that move would have made any sense for architects. Yeah, if they just build D7, they will get A12. I don't know. It's kind of strange. Like, they immediately started settling for a 2-town game plan instead of a 3-town game plan, which I guess makes sense, but they could have also dug up through here. Like, they could have tried to go for some heavy digging to come up through here and come down through here. But I don't know. In the end, obviously, like, the Earth 1 rush also played a factor here. It wasn't a fast game for us, but I actually thought that we were going to be at like the 30-ish range. So that's questionable. Block is such a fast player. Milton had a very fast game too. I remember his instant like Sanctuary for Water one was pretty funny. All right, what do we get done this game? Yep.